In contrast to the complexity of human lives, dogs lead relatively simple ones. They engage in activities such as running outdoors, sleeping, and reveling in belly rubs between meals. Yet somehow, humans manage to forge profound spiritual connections with these loyal companions, a bond that holds immense significance. As dogs age, their reliance on humans deepens. Their twilight years should ideally be a time of tranquility and peace. Unfortunately, not every aging dog is fortunate in this regard. For a black Labrador once known as Ma Kettle, life began on a positive note. She grew old and content under the care of her loving owner. However, in 2012, her owner passed away. Tragically, not a single relative or loved one was willing to provide a home for Ma Kettle. In fact, the only person who extended a hand to the lonely dog was Kelsey Lloyd, the director of the Chautauqua County Animal Shelter in Sedan, Kansas. At the shelter, Ma Kettle patiently waited until a family from Sedan adopted her. They decided to rename her Pepper, marking the first of 2 eventual name changes as they welcomed her into their household. However, from the outset, Pepper struggled to find her place in her new home. Pepper's presence unnerved the family's smaller dogs, leading them to rehome her with a friend in Independence, Kansas, after just a year and a half. Could this new setting finally provide Pepper with the happy home she deserved for her remaining days? Adapting to a life without her original owner proved challenging for Pepper. In 2016, she ran away from Independence and journeyed 30 miles back to Sedan, returning to the shelter. Regrettably, neither of the families who had taken her in came to claim her. It was during her second stay at the shelter that Pepper's fortunes began to change. A visitor named Cindy Barclay Powell, moved by Pepper's story, shared photos of the lab on various animal rescue social media platforms. "Is there anyone out there who can give this girl a home?" she implored. "She may not have many years left." One of these posts eventually reached Cheryl Hanna, a freelance writer for the National Pet Rescue Examiner. Cheryl encountered a photograph of Pepper, who was still known by that name at the time, and felt compelled to share the dog's story. She penned an article that garnered over 1 million views, capturing the attention of one particularly well-connected reader. On July 30, 2014, Helen Rich, an author and ardent dog lover, came across Hannah's article while vacationing in Hawaii. Though her name might not be instantly recognizable, her family legacy certainly is. She is the granddaughter of the chewing gum magnate William Wrigley Jr., destined to inherit a substantial portion of her family's fortune. Helen was deeply moved by the story of Pepper, the celebrity dog she had read about. She recognized that Pepper would seamlessly integrate into her 120-acre Florida estate, where she already cared for 7 rescue dogs and supported many more through her rescue organization, On the Wings of an Angel. Helen promptly dispatched her personal assistants from Florida to Kansas aboard her private jet with a single mission: to bring Pepper home. A mere 2.5 hours later, they touched down and soon arrived at the shelter. The adoption process was straightforward, marked by minimal fanfare or bureaucracy. Helen's assistants adopted Pepper and swiftly returned to the airport. As Pepper gazed out the window of the ascending jet, Kansas disappeared from view. At long last, Pepper was going to someone who truly wanted her, someone who needed her. Helen's decision to adopt the dog was rooted in a much deeper purpose than mere celebrity status. "I've had a tough life. Just because I have a family name, it doesn't mean diddly," she expressed. Helen, like many others from all walks of life, endured a challenging childhood and grappled with feelings of inadequacy. Moreover, she twice battled and survived breast cancer, revealing her indomitable spirit. "I've had to survive and endure and walk a long, long way like us Peppers," she reflected. She endured. I endured. Her story resonated with me. The moment Pepper and Helen finally met, it was pure magic. 2 souls united by their shared experiences of hardship formed an instant and profound connection. Helen couldn't resist sharing photos of their heartwarming encounter online. As the elderly dog settled into her new home, Helen bestowed upon her a new name, the 3rd in 2 years. She affectionately named her Lady, and indeed, the gentle canine felt like royalty on Helen's sun-kissed Florida estate. Lady's life under Helen's care was nothing short of idyllic. Amidst the Florida sunshine, sprawling grassy fields, and the playful company of her 7 dog siblings, Lady enjoyed constant attention from the household staff. Between all the maids and the butlers, Kelsey noted, she's being pet constantly. It appeared that the elderly canine had finally discovered a place where she was genuinely loved and wanted.